Hi everybody, my name's Kristen and this is the Dahlia Society, where we talk about all things to do with sewing your own wardrobe and this month, sewing your own swimwear. Now before I get started, I better let you know what I'm wearing today. This is a Fibre Mood dolly dress pattern that I made a couple of years ago now, and it's a beautiful viscose. It looks like Carmen Miranda print on here. I'll put some pics up so you can be reminded of this pattern. I love the kind of little shift caftan look vibe it's got going on here, and I just thought the fabric was just gorgeous. So yeah, I've worn this quite a bit now. I think it's great for putting on over the top of today's subject, which is swimsuits. Yeah. Well, I am really surprised. I had so many comments from you wonderful viewers giving me advice, letting me know of patterns that you have loved. So this episode is not only showing you a couple of my swimwear makes, it's also sharing with you the wonderful viewer suggestions, some fantastic and very easy peasy sewing patterns. Now, when I thought about swimwear sewing, I actually was quite frightened, not just of the pics you're going to see soon, because me in a swimsuit, well, whoever would have thought I would be putting that on the internet to see. But I really put a lot of thought into it, and I know a lot of you who go shopping or who browse online and you see, you know, your size 6 to 8 models modeling things that you would never look like yourself in. So it's really hard to get an idea of purchasing swimwear. Just the whole idea of going out swimwear shopping just strikes fear into the hearts of so many people. And not only that, it's finding what you want in your own size that I just find, I find swimwear really, really boring. For anyone basically over a size 14 in swimwear, there's not a lot out there. And there's also a lot of really boring things you'll find in your basic black and navy, and that's about it. And besides that point, I know a lot of the viewers out there have got issues with finding something supportive as far as things with inbuilt bras. You may have issues with that. And I know that speaking to a lot of, friends, family, I was just speaking to a beautician the other day, and she said, she's only a size 10, but she does have a G cup, and she just said it's extremely hard to find swimwear to fit. She said she goes to the trouble of wearing a bra underneath her swimsuit. So that's really restrictive and rather embarrassing to do that. But she said if she doesn't, it's just not comfortable for her to wear just a swimsuit or a tankini. Even to put a rashie on, you need something supportive underneath. So I am going to venture into making swimwear that will have a bit more support, and talking about some patterns as well. There is a fantastic pattern that I do have in my online store that I haven't made yet, and I've been recommended that is a fantastic one for having the optional inbuilt bra. That's the Cashmere at Ipswich pattern. So that's on my to make list. Hopefully in the next month I'll be making that. I'm bordering on the sort of not needing to have that inbuilt bra, so I may not make it with the bra, but I know a lot of people highly recommend that inbuilt bra. If you're over a D cup and you find you need that support, that is the best pattern out there. There's also an online course you can do with Cashmere to follow along if you want to make that inbuilt bra too. So that is, that's available in the store. Now, the one I've made is the Nielsen Cottesloe swimsuit, because it's a very basic, beginner-friendly swimsuit pattern. And I was too scared to try anything more involved just yet. I've made mine with my overlocker, and I've had a lot of people suggest and say the cover stitch is the way to go. And I've also been recommended, there's a fantastic YouTube channel called Liz Sews who specialises in things like bra making and swimsuit making, and she does give a great little tutorial on how to sew in those little padded bra cups into the lining of your swimsuit just with a zigzag stitch. So I'm going to be doing that with my next patterns. I haven't done it with my Cottesloe patterns, but I have got some ordered that I will be popping into my lining just to get a little bit of support. But I found with the lycra that I use, it's quite a sort of a dense, supportive lycra. I think it really can depend on the, it should be a 4-way stretch. Remember, you need that length and width stretch to be very good. Otherwise, you're going to have trouble pulling the swimsuit on and you'll be breaking your stitching. It's not a good look. So I've made mine with a simple zigzag stitch and with my overlocker. And I found it such a simple, easy pattern. I'm going to show you first. So that's the pattern. That's the Megan Nielsen Cottesloe, and I've made view A and view B. And you'll see with that, view A and B are very similar, but the back is different. The view A has got the lower back with the tie, and also the the regular back. Now the View A you can make with a shelf bra. It gives great instructions for that as well. I haven't done that, but I think that would be fantastic just to give that bit of support as well. So I think if you can be comfortable and wear something that fits your personality with swimwear, it really opens up just this whole wide world of sewing and being really liberating for being able to go to the beach, wear something that you love and that you look good in and that you feel comfortable swimming in as well. So why should we miss out? I think especially for us ladies over 50s that feel that there is nothing catered towards us, I think that sewing your own swimwear is just the best thing ever. So I don't know why I've left it this long. So firstly, I'm going to show you the makes that I've made, some pics and some video, see what you think. And I've made both of mine in size 16. I think it's a really good size for me. It's perfect fit. I love the cut of the leg as well. It's not too brief. Yeah, so a really comfortable basic swimsuit pattern. The first one I made was with this white and blue swim lycra fabric, and I loved it. I just thought it was the most comfortable swimsuit, so easy. The zigzag stitching, really easy with the swimmer elastic. I have actually ordered myself some bulk elastic because you do go through quite a bit when you're using it for your neckline, your back, and your legs. So I really think that it's good to buy it in bulk. The second version I made was with the purple butterflies. And I really love that lower back. Although it doesn't offer as much support as the higher back, of course, for that reason, because it's lower, you do have that optional shelf bra that you can pop in there. So with the lining, you don't have to use swimwear lining, but I've chosen to use it for both to give that bit of support. But you can just choose to use it in the gusset, the crotch there, if you wanted to do it that way. But I find that it really gives that nice stability to the swimwear. And yeah, with that elastic and the zigzag stitch and the overlocker, that's all I've used. But I think with having a cover stitch, it would be a real game changer to give that nice professional look. But really love them, and I would definitely love to make more of that pattern. But now I want to venture into some other styles, and I've got a long list here of recommendations that people have suggested swimwear that they'd love to wear and make, that I'm going to go through. So definitely, yeah, think about, if you don't want to put a bra in, think about maybe putting those padded cups in when you're using, sewing into your lining before you're putting it all together. But you can have, a pair of bathers made up in an afternoon quite easily. It's not like it's a huge, big pattern to make. There's not a lot of different steps. You just got, you've got your mirrored pieces with your lining as well. So if you didn't even have your lining, it'd be even faster. But yeah, definitely a really simple thing to make, and that I can highly recommend that pattern. Megan Nielsen's, that one that is a 0 to 20, and I don't think she makes the 14 to 30 in a paper pattern, but I know it's in PDF. So definitely think about that pattern. So yeah, if you had have asked me years ago whether I'd be modeling swimwear on YouTube, I would have said hell no. But I turned 50 last year, and I think a lot of things have changed with the way I see myself. I have a regular body. I've had 5 kids. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I'm not trying to give a false image of my own body type. I think us women need to celebrate our bodies for what they can do rather than just how they look. But I really think it's nice to feel a bit glam in some swimwear, to put some personality into maybe the prints that you choose, the fabric that you use, and you always feel a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think it's just when you're very pasty and pale like me, getting those swimmers on, it's it's a bit of a shock when you haven't seen the sun for a while, and I will burn within 10 minutes. And I know the moment it's about a 30-degree day. I'm under the mulberry tree with a bit of shade here, but it is sweltering. And I had my nephew actually had a friend over from France a few weeks back, and she was saying that the UV reading on her phone, that she had this app, and it was off the chart. So the sun here in Australia is extremely strong. So I really need to slop on lots of sunscreen and a hat. But even then I will burn very, very fast. So I always find keeping the shade where you can. I'm not one that lies on the beach all day. I can't handle it, even though I'm an Aussie. When I was a kid, sure. And I probably got a bit of skin, freckles and skin damage to show for that. But I think like most Australians, we were brought up, in the 70s, you would burn and peel, and it was pretty horrific looking back. I don't think my kids have ever been burnt that badly or peeled. But as I say, growing up in the 70s, you put a bit of zinc on your nose and off you went for the day, and we didn't really know any better. But now I think it's so important. And especially look for UV rating swimwear fabrics. If you can get good SPF rating, that always helps. But I really want to make myself a rashi. I think the rashi tops are so good for stopping the shoulders getting burnt as well. So I've got a list of patterns here to get through that I think you guys are going to love listening to. So firstly, I need the old specs on. Firstly, the one I really like the look of a rashi vest is the George and Ginger Daybreak Rashi Vest. Now this is really nice because it has got a curved kind of overlapped front. I think it would be beautiful with a little pair of like swim shorts, but that is one that a lovely viewer had suggested. The other patterns I've got to go through here, of course, Tilly and the Buttons. Everyone knows that beautiful corally swimsuit with that beautiful frill around the back. It's very similar to the Megan Nielsen Cottesloe pattern. We've got also closet core patterns have got the Sophie and the Bombshell and the Faye swimsuit. So 3 different options there for closet core patterns, all very glam looking patterns. Now, Rosie Perez, one of the viewers here, has let me know about a fantastic pattern by a brand called Seam a Little Seam, and it's the Marin swimsuit. Now, this has so many varieties. I really love the look of this because of the options you get. So many different featured fronts and backs. You've got your crossover straps. I think there's something like 8 to 10 different options. So that's what I really want to look at making in the future. It looks like a brilliant little swimsuit pattern. I've been told that 5 out of 4 patterns have got the Mona monokini, and that is a really unusual looking, almost like a 2-piece set with the join in the middle there. It looks really lovely on the models. I don't know how practical it would be for someone like me, but I think that it does look great, and maybe there's a lot you could do with different fabric there. They've also got the Peggy and Sue swim bundle. A favourite pattern company from when I first started sewing my own wardrobe was Patterns for Pirates. They've got 4 or 5 different swimsuit options here. You've got your sunflower swim top and the Take the Plunge swimsuit, your Minute Melliot swimsuit, and the Siren swim top and Hello Sailor bottoms. I love those 40s vintage style bikini bottoms. I think they look so flattering and so nice and high up. You could definitely think about wearing a crop top, bikini top with that as well. Jan Stroud, one of the viewers, has written a lovely suggestion here for Ali and Mac. They do have quite a big variety of swimsuit patterns. You've got your racerback swimsuit, the gathered tankini, the colour block zip front, and the waterfall oasis. That's a really lovely frill top. I love the look of the colour block zip front. That would be really practical. And I know if you've got a pair of wet bathers on, getting in and out is quite a challenge sometimes. So having a zip front could be very, very practical. And you can also make the long sleeve option in that too. Sharon Black, thanks Sharon. You have suggested the Jali fail-proof racerback swimsuit. That's a really good, as I say, fail-proof swimsuit. The racerback's so comfortable and great for swimming in. Another pattern that looks really lovely that someone suggested is the OPN Pilates swimsuit. That's a really pretty swimsuit pattern. We've got Helen's Closet, have got that lovely little 2-piece set that is very, very practical. You've got different options for the bottoms as well, either the higher or the lower cut. I'm not a fan of lower cut. I actually don't like anything lower cut, but I think a lot of people find them really practical. And I had to laugh because there was a reel going around on Instagram and I nearly died of shock because they said how to style low-waisted jeans. And I just thought, uh-oh, don't take me back there to the early 2000s. And the lady held them up and then she just threw them out the window. And I thought, yep, that's how I'd style them as well. I just thought it was hilarious. The other pattern I love the look of here is the Karamaya Evie swimsuit. A very, very pretty swimsuit, that one. Now, there's also the Friday Pattern Company Sea Bright swimsuit, and the lovely Debs made this on YouTube has suggested the Hari Ito Senior swimsuit. Now, this is one I would say would be one of my favourite picks of the bunch because I love that little tie front, a little bow tie front. I think it's really, really pretty, and it's showing you different ways you can do that. But that's definitely a swimsuit I would think about making, and it comes in a cup size B to G, which is really great as well. So don't forget to go and look at that Liz Sews episode. I'll link that underneath so you can go ahead and watch how she's sewn those cups in, because it looks really, really practical for giving that little bit of lift or a bit of padding as well, just to give you that nice smooth shape. So we've had so many brilliant suggestions. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who watched that episode and who commented. And if I've missed any there, let me know and put them in the comments below, because I know a lot of people go and read those comments every week and get some suggestions there. So thank you for all your support too. Let me know what you think about the swimsuits I've made. The Cashmere Rep Pattern Nips, which is probably one of the ones I'll be making next, the colour blocking. And also I think that Hari Ito Senior swimsuit could be on the cards as well. But I really would like to make a rashi vest. So I think that Georgian Ginger I may make to go over the top of some swimsuits, because I really think that sun protection is very important for myself at the moment. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I think Meg has over there, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you could do that. That way you will never miss out on an episode. Take care, everyone. Happy sewing, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.